We are Myriam and Zoé from Festival Ciné-Palestine in Paris. And we'd like to thank Panorama des Cinémas du Maghreb et du Moyen-Orient for the partnership of this screening. And we're here today to talk about the movie 200 Meters by Ameen Nayfeh. Hi, Ameen, and
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here with us. 200 Meters is your first long feature film. It shows a family separated by the war between Palestinian territories and Israel. So first of all, congratulations for this movie. And it seems that so far you've been very successful with it. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you.
200 Meters is about a 200-meter kind of odyssey, a journey of a father seeking to join his son and facing many obstacles. And with the wall, this very short distance seems kind of unsurmountable. What inspired you for this movie, and does it come from your personal experience of the wall?
Yes, the main motivation was because I grew up but I grew up with, like, my best childhood memories are in a place where I cannot go now. So my mother comes from a Palestinian village, which is now on the Israeli side. And since the wall was built, I could no longer go there. And so I witnessed the building of the wall, and I witnessed the beginning of the separation. And it affected me, like, really a lot. And I have lots of traumas and memories attached to, to that, to this story. And this is what inspired me to talk about it in my first film.
And we were also wondering whether it was obvious for you in the first intention to make this movie with the current scenario, or did it take time to mature and concretize?
Of course, it took time, but like the main idea, the core idea, and the title 200 meters was there from the beginning. But I didn't know what is the best way to tell it. So basically, when I started writing 7-8 years ago, in 2013, it was very technical, didn't have emotions, because I didn't know how to get it out, and I did not know how to really talk about this story. I was a fresh graduate from the film school, and like my main intention back then was just to show the situation and that it is complicated. But then I realized after a couple of workshops and feedback that it is more about the human story, and it's about the family. And that's how it came to this current shape after many rewrites, that it is about the family more than it's about the journey, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, and because in your movies there is the wall that appears like an insurmountable physical barrier, but you also show other non-physical barrier, like for instance with the German character. And what did you wanted to show with this particular character?
Yeah, this character, she actually, when I was thinking of having a foreign character, as I was starting to write the story, it was because I needed to have a foreign point of view, so that I can explain certain topics or like ask certain questions that could make sense during the journey to be asked by a foreign person. But then that was the initial idea. But then as I was working on this character, I discovered that she can add, and she has more complexity, and she has so many layers that adds to the story, which is like the one that you mentioned, which is like the invisible barrier, and like how the Palestinian group keep on changing of how they accept her based on her background rather than on who she is. And of course, all these invisible barriers are because of they are connected to the physical barriers. We cannot, it is related to that.
We feel within each Palestinian character a certain tension with their relation to Israel. So living in Palestine and having your family on the other side. actually benefiting from the economic opportunities that Israel offers, or also have a certain ideology toward Israel. How did you manage this tension when you imagined your characters?
So my characters, I did not really like imagine them. You know, they are real characters. They are the real people that I meet in the street. They are my cousins and my friends, and that was my intention. And I'm very proud that I kept like this in the film since I started. I wanted to share a real story with real people. You know, I had some suggestions from workshops to. Like they tell me, you are making a fiction, you know, you don't have to be, you know, like you can have some flexibility to have some certain characters that can add more to the drama. But I wanted to be true to the story and to the journey and to the people. And so these people are real, you know, like if you come tomorrow to Palestine and you go with a smuggling journey, you will meet these people.
Okay.
And for the shooting, you shoot in Palestine and very close to the wall, and sometimes even at the very checkpoint locations. How long was the shooting, and how did you manage to obtain, I don't know, authorization and like kind of guarantee that you could shoot there and that your team will be safe and that everything will just go as you wanted it to go?
Yeah, actually, the shooting itself was such an adventure. We didn't have a big budget, so we didn't have the luxury to build these locations, and these locations are essential for the film. You know, so we shot on the real locations without permits. We just went there. We went there with smaller units, and we tried to be fast. Yeah, there was of course there was tension. I was worried all the time, but fortunately we were lucky that we did it without any problem. We like so all of the locations, the wall, the checkpoints, the watchtowers, everything is real except there's one location that we built, which is the interior of the checkpoint where the Mustafa, you know, when he's going to work. This is a built set. And yeah, I was very lucky with my crew. Like they were very brave, and the cast also. They were up to the adventure. Actually, I had two French in my crew.
Yes.
The key grip and the gaffer, the lighting person. Yes. Yeah.
Nice. And as I said before, it's your first feature film, and you went to Venice. You have a French distributor. It's a great success for you. And after this great success, do you already have ideas of what's next? Are you working on new plans or new projects?
Yes, I am now actually. Yesterday I finished the second page of my new project.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I was working with the treatment, and now I'm started to write. I was very lucky, you know, with 200 meters because thank God it was successful. Also in the Arab world, in Egypt. When I was in Egypt with the screening, I met one of the celebrities in the Arab world, a Syrian actor, and I talked with him about my next project, and he was very happy about it. And yeah, but my next story is taking place in Jordan, not in Palestine.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm very excited to discover it.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Ameen, for this talk. It was very great and very interesting to talk about 200 meters. And thanks again to all the PCMMO team, Maraguin, Leila Fougali, for organizing this talk and for inviting us. And you can also follow the news about Festival Ciné-Palestine on our Facebook and Instagram page. And we'll let you know more about our next edition planned for the end of May, beginning of June. And thanks for watching us, and see you soon.